Hey everyone, it's Matt Wacek here. Welcome back to my channel. So today, this video came highly sought after. A lot of you guys have been asking about how I price my agency's service, program, system, whatever you want to refer to it as. And so that's what I want to do in this video, is basically break down the pricing setup that we have and really just get into how this can work for you with your agency if you're working in a similar type of manner. So like I mentioned, Landscape Marketing Pros, we work with landscape contractors. So lawn care, landscape design build, irrigation, tree service, snow removal, those types of companies. And so this may differ, this structure, if you're in a different niche. So if you're maybe like in the medical field, dental, law, whatever it is, things might be a little different in terms of how you structure your deals. And especially also if you're working with, let's say, an e-commerce store and you're going to run ads for them, the way that you structure your deal, your proposal, and agreement is probably going to be different than what we do over here, just because it's just the nature of how I want our programs to really work and benefit for our clients. We're really trying to bring on just long-term clients that are going to be on board with us for many, many months, ideally multiple years, and hopefully forever, as long as I have the company. So without further ado, let's hop into my computer, break down the pricing, and also share some of the little different accounting strategies that I use kind of going into this, so that way you can structure your deals and your pricing and everything like that. Alright, so welcome into my computer, and our first very short stop is my agency's numbers, showing you guys how much my company is actually producing. And this is monthly recurring revenue from clients. This is not core sales, affiliate offers, YouTube ad revenue, whatever the fake gurus are that are out there showing you their core sales of astronomical numbers, 5, 10, 15, 20,000 bucks a day. And if they were really producing that much, they'd probably show off their agency a whole lot more with their team, because if your agency is processing 20 grand a day or 10 grand a day, whatever, you're going to have a team of probably at least 5, 10, maybe 15 people in many instances. So I hate fake gurus. It's very deceptive, and I do not want to be one of those. So I share with you guys the numbers. And I respect my audience and the fact that you take time out of your day to invest into watching my content. So current today, January 16th, 2022, doing just under $17,000 in monthly recurring revenue. As you can see down here, for MRR for all products that were created within PayFunnels, software that integrates with Stripe. And then a few months ago, Stripe actually rolled out a really cool checkout system for subscription payments. And that's what we've been using ever since, because it's just so incredibly seamless, because it makes a nice branded checkout. Clients can go through there, and it makes us look way better. And I highly suggest you using that if you're getting started with an agency, because it's only going to make things better for you, because the process is easy for the client. And by the way, here's another lesson if you're getting started with an agency: the moment something is challenging for your client to do business with you, when it comes to paying you or anything like that, that's when they're going to be really turned off and they're going to go elsewhere. So make sure things are simple and easy for you. If you want me to do a video on how I set all this stuff up, comment below and I will definitely do a video on that. But without further ado, let's get into how we price our service programs. Okay, so for the actual pricing structure, I'll give you guys the short answer right here, right now. We do a fixed monthly rate that a client's going to pay. There is no upfront setup fee or anything like that. I know some agencies might do that, and then they have whatever their rate might be over the long haul, and it's probably a little bit lower than what we would charge. However, I just prefer this model. It seems to work very, 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 very well for us. Clients can budget it very easy. Clients can budget it easily, and I just really enjoy that, because then I can see the monthly recurring revenue is actually quite a bit higher, because I would rather have a higher monthly recurring revenue as opposed to big upfront expense. Let's say they pay 5 grand upfront and then it's 1,000 bucks a month or something like that. Based on the numbers that I'm seeing in terms of our margin, which again, I'm not going to put out here on YouTube, but I much rather prefer a higher fixed monthly rate, because even if it means a little bit lower margin in the first couple months, because we have all the man hours going into creating their website, getting content, and the initial links and all that sort of stuff. But when you look at it over 6, 9, 12 months, you can really start to see that margin drastically increase. So that's why we do that. That's why we structure it how we do. So when it comes to the programs that we actually offer, one that is ads focused. And so this one is just running ads. We do not run ads to the client's website, because there's a lot of traffic that comes through. The bounce rate can really hinder the SEO of the website and how it'll actually perform, because Google sees that, oh, people are coming to it, but they don't like it because they leave. I would rather have that go to some burner landing page domain as opposed to the client's actual website. Another thing is that the landing pages are optimized for the way that that traffic behaves. They just want path of least resistance and just make it very, 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 very easy. When someone lands at the website and they're going through the organic search results, generally they're doing a little bit more research, especially on the landscape design build things. Again, this is why I say in so many of my videos to research your niche and know it inside and out, immerse yourself in it, because you have to know and understand how your clients' prospects behave when it comes to the buyer research for the services that they sell. So when they're going to go spend 50 grand on a deck, or in our instance, 5 or 10, 15, 20,000 bucks on a landscape project, they're going to be a little bit into a research mode. Where on the lawn care side of things, they're just trying to get a quote, and sometimes they're price shopping and that sort of stuff. But with bigger projects, they're really doing a lot more research. And that's the biggest reason too why we don't run ads to the website, in addition to that SEO reasoning as well. So there's that program, which includes setting up the ads, all of the keywords and the negative keywords, as well as the landing pages and the call tracking and form tracking for that as well. And that's all separate on its own program. And so I ask for a 3-month commitment on that, just because it takes time for the ads to get running and stuff like that. And I've yet to have a single client actually come on board and just run ads, because they know the value in actually having a website and having SEO and all that sort of stuff, and they know it's a long-term game. Usually the clients that are coming to us already have clients. We don't want to be working with businesses that just did their first $50,000 year in revenue, because they're not going to have the clientele base to be able to have the ability to wait a few months for SEO to start working, because they're scrapping for whatever money and jobs and projects they can get coming in. So the program that we sell the absolute most of, and what I really would like to continue doing more and more and more of, is an SEO based program, because of the fact that it's a longer term gain. Again, the recurring revenue side of things is just easier to predict in terms of expenses on our end, with the payroll and all the other expenses that go into managing my company. It just makes it a whole lot easier to do that and structure, because we know how much we have to spend on each client's campaign in terms of resources with links and all that sort of good stuff. So a local SEO focused program is website, SEO, and review syndication. We build out the website for the fixed monthly rate. Again, they're just paying the fixed monthly rate here. It usually takes about a month to build the website, to get all the homepage all built out. Sometimes we have to transfer from a staging domain onto theirs if their website's currently in existence with a different provider or whatever it is. Then we do the service pages, city pages, and that's a big process. There's a lot of labor that goes into it, a lot of man hours. And because of that, our margin is a bit lower in those first initial months. However, we're really setting the foundation, and we're very, very adamant about making sure the client's on page is absolutely on point, because there's a lot of money that can be left on the table without proper on page. And I did a video on that just about a month ago. You can check that out really in depth in terms of how to do it for your clients. So that way you can engineer quick wins for them with just on page. But so then when it comes to the SEO side of things, that's of course, we're doing the backlinks, we're doing guest posts, we're doing a lot of GMB SEO, all that sort of good stuff, and managing the Google My Business listing. We typically do not reply to reviews, because of the fact that the client has that kind of personal touch with the person that left the review. They converse with them in person, they did work for them at their property, whatever the case may be. So we let the clients generally reply to those reviews. But we do manage the status post updates, like the Facebook post where you can share a photo. We throw in the keywords into those posts, and it just helps with getting more presence for the Google My Business listing. And we also do review syndication as well. So basically, we do custom business cards that get shipped out to the client with a QR code, and then also a link that we have that redirects our client's client to get right to the review widget within the Google My Business listing, so that way they can leave a review very, very quickly. So that's the program for that. And so we have a fixed monthly rate. We ask for 6 months commitment on there. And again, this structure is set up how we're doing things right now here in 2022, in mid-January 2022. This may be different, say 6 or 12 months from now, but we ask for a 6-month commitment, and knock on wood, no one has canceled yet, because they come on board. We do everything we can to get them the best results possible, and they just continue staying on board, because what is $24,000 a year when that's turning into $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in new revenue coming in, and their business is growing? Why turn that off? So another thing that we do have, though, is if a client does cancel before 12 months is up, because this is protecting us on our end, because there's a lot of man hours that go into the website build, the SEO side of things as well. And that is a buyout clause, that they have to pay a fee if they were to cancel before 12 months is up, because of the fact that we're all these man hours into it. And then from there, we give them the website, they get all that sort of stuff. And so, yeah, that is our service programs right there. We do have another one that's basically everything combined. However, with landscaping and lawn care, that sort of stuff, being such a seasonal business, none of our clients are actually on this program yet, where it's all combined into one, because for someone to be paying the rate that is, we would be running ads all year round. And for the vast majority of our clients, even the ones that are in the southern states, there's just not much demand for their services during the winter months. And so for us, we don't want to be taking their money for an ads management fee if there's nobody clicking on the actual ads. And I would hate to have somebody paying you 4 figures a month for ads that are not even getting any clicks, because there's just no traffic. My main focus is bringing on as many clients as possible that on this local SEO program. And if they are not totally overwhelmed with all the leads coming in, we kick around the idea of, hey, let's just turn on ads for 3 months during the peak season, let you guys fill up your schedule, and then we can turn them off and then just continue fueling with SEO. So we do the 3-month process just because there's a lot of work that goes into doing that. And this works really well for us in order to just maximize, of course, the revenue coming into my company and the predictability. That's really, really important to me with this type of business, because this is a cash flow business that I'm building with as high margin as I possibly can, as opposed to, say, a software company where you're in the red for multiple years. I want to just produce a lot of cash flow right now and then see what the future holds for me in terms of building businesses and whatnot. But this works really, really well for us. I do not like I mentioned, the upfront purchase price, that sort of stuff. I don't really see us doing anything like that. Again, if you're working in another industry outside home services, so if it's dentists, lawyers, or e-commerce store or something like that, your structure that you may have for your deals might be completely different, because the cycle of business for those types of companies is going to be different than, say, a landscaping company or a deck building contractor or a concrete company or whatever industry that you are serving with your agency. So as of mid-January 2022, this is how we price our service programs: is basically an ads focused one and a local SEO focused one. And then if a client does want to do everything all at once, then we can run that as well. But again, my focus is on the SEO side, with maximizing the amount of monthly recurring revenue that's going to consistently come in over the long haul. That's really what is most important for me. And over time, it delivers amazing results to our clients. So if you guys like this video, I appreciate it down below. Drop a like on this video. If you're not already following me on Instagram, hit that first link in the description or the pinned comment down beneath this video. Go follow me on there. I'm pretty much working on my agency every single day, and I film these videos when I get a little bit of time. So with Instagram, it takes a whole lot less time to make a post in a story as opposed to creating an entire video here. So there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I share and whatnot there. So be sure to go down below and follow me on Instagram as well. And also, if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications so you know when the newest content comes live here on my channel. Basically taking you guys along the way on my journey here as I build my business and do a whole bunch of other cool stuff like that. So if you have questions on anything that I covered, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram, subscribe, like, all that sort of good stuff. See you guys in the next video.